First of all, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today, specifically on Sunday. Yes, we know that weekends are generally for stepping away of the work, but we really appreciate your time to joining us today. We have a lot of things to cover, and hopefully by end of this webinar, you guys can have the expertise in terms of marketing analytics and in terms of critical thinking, where we have faced challenges, many challenges with clients' parts as well as internally. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today. In meantime, I'll quickly walk you throughout today's session. So if you guys have any question or any doubt, or at any point of time you want to discuss with us, you guys can throughout the Q&A sections, as we have disabled the chat part because of the boat traffic and all. So I'll guide you once I'll share my screen. Dear attendees and Atul, please let me know once my screen is visible. You can just simply give a thumb.
It's visible to me.
Okay, cool. So you guys need to come on this managing tool, and then you guys need to click on Q&A part. And if you guys have any question, for example, what is AI? You just simply need to send to us, and then the pop-up came to me, and I'll quickly take the question based on the webinar flow, and we'll try to engage as many as possible questions. Yeah. Yes. And before we move towards the actual webinar or the agenda part, let me check the energy of the room first. If you guys are excited, or if you guys are willing to stay with us during the end, please put excited in Q&A so we can know your energy. Yeah, and you can just simply react on reaction part. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. That's the exactly energy we need. Yeah. Yeah. And one another question before we begin, which is drop your city, and alongside your city, your occupation. For example, my name is Harshit, and I am from customer success management domain. So I'll drop my city Ahmedabad and then slash customer success manager. If you guys can, please put in Q&A. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Yes. Yes, we have people from Kolkata, which is the same domain, customer managing domain. Yeah. Yes. Excited. Kolkata is there. Pune is there. Yes. Beautiful. Uttar Pradesh, Agra. Yes. Pune and marketing leads are with us. And yeah, Delhi, yes, data analyst, business analyst. Perfect mix for today's webinar. And once again, let me share my screen, and I'll guide you about today's webinar and topic. Yeah. Atul, once again, let me know once my screen is visible to you.
Yeah, it's visible. That's it.
Okay, cool. So basically, today's webinar is about AI-powered marketing analytics. I know it sounds very fancy in terms of title, but it is about the insight generation. It is about the optimizing your report, and it is about the data-driven marketing. So what we have covered is we have connected traditional marketing approaches with the help of agentic AI, and we have built some of the greatest solutions with the help of clients' own challenges and our own creativity. And so with that, we have improved creativity and efficiency in terms of time and knowledge. Yeah, that's how we came up with this webinar series at Analytics Live, which is AI-powered marketing analytics. And before we move towards the agenda of today's webinar, I'll quickly share about Analytics Live, what Analytics Live do, and how we work. Yeah. So, Analytics Live is a digital and data marketing consultancy company, which turns and which has the simple motto, which is turning our clients' data and turning data into meaningful insights. We have partnered with Google. We have also Google Premier Partner, Meta Certified, and Amazon Certified DSP Partner. And our works majorly spans under more four areas such as media activation, analytics, which contains GA4 and web analytical part, cloud, and digital transformation. And with the help of these four services, we have partnered with around 450 plus clients in growth focused areas and such domains like BNFC, travel, finance, e-commerce, and so on, as like Amul is one of them, parents, ICICI, CTS Tech, and Scalar, so on. Yeah. And before we go, I'll introduce myself first. I am Harshit Mistry. I'll be your host and moderator for today's session. And in Analytics Live, I am working as Customer Success Manager, and I have an expertise in Google Analytics 4, Looker Studio, and other web analytical tools. I generally help clients to solve their complex website traffic into turning that traffic into simplified reporting part. Yeah. And alongside me is our today's star, the Atul Verma, as he has some of the great capabilities to solve the complex queries with the help of automation and with the help of agentic AI. He leads in automation and solution at Analytics Live. Yeah, Atul.
Yeah, thank you, Archit. Hello, everyone. So I'm excited for today's webinar and share my thoughts, my finding to you with you all. So hope you all are also excited for the today's webinar. So once again, thank you for the joining, and let me tell something about me. So myself, Atul Verma, working as a lead automation and solution at Analytics Lab. And at Analytics Lab, basically my role is something to find out the complex problem, like which team facing or we at Analytics Lab facing in terms of solving some problem to our clients. Just take it up and come up with automation or any solution so that team can get more efficient. And by doing this, in last 3 years, I integrated AI with different platforms like GA4, DV360, and build multiple products. So this is the like my actual role and my expertise in the field. So yes, this is all about me. Yeah, Harshit.
Yeah, thank you so much, Atul. And now let's get started with an agenda of today's webinar. We have think a lot. Me and Atul has think a lot about how we'll try to solve this framework and how we can start with the pain problem which you guys have faced earlier. So we have come up with a framework which we internally use, which is before the spend, during the spend, and after the spend. And for each and every framework, we have aligned with one question, which we are going to solve with our own internal solutions. So yeah, the first one is before the spend, and we'll try to cover the problems related to creative areas. I think design team guys are and campaign guys can know how painful is while after spending money the creative was not working there. So we'll try to identify what is not working in creative before we spend money into that part. So yes, that's the first problem we'll solve. And the second one is about the live, which is during the spend. And can marketing intelligence identify a problem when campaign is live specifically, or can optimize the budget, or can set limits into spending part? I think that is also related to campaign management. So we'll cover these scenarios with the help of Atul and our internal solution. And the third one is which is my personal favorite, which is about insight generation, which is about reporting, which is about intelligence. And yeah, that's the question, which is, can analytical things are more beyond the reporting, or can we make better decision from that part? So we'll try to cover this. As you guys know, you guys, or as an organization, or as a freelancer, or as an employee, you guys have built plenty amount of dashboards. You guys have many terms of data, campaign data, specifically reporting materials you guys have. But the question arise, like, can you able to identify the intelligence, or can you able to make decision from that data in real life business scenarios, that make business more better in terms of leads, in terms of ROI, and in terms of revenue? Yeah, that's the exact framework which we are going to introduce you today, and which we are going to explain you today. And before we jump towards the actual, please guys, don't wait until the end of the Q&A section. Just put your questions directly into Q&A. So we'll try our best to take as many possible questions are there. Yeah. And now it's time to call Atul over stage. And Atul, please, the stage is yours. Yeah.
Thank you, Harshit. Thank you very much. So, as Harshit explained in a very clear manner, we are going to discuss and try to find out specifically three questions. And each question is associated with one phase. And basically, we decided to cover in this webinar three different phases of marketing or campaign. And the first one is before the spend, during the spend, and the third one is after the spend. So, there's three questions actually. We are going to discuss in detail and show some example as well, demo videos, and try to close this loop at the end of the webinar. So this is our goal to be for today's webinar. So Harshit, I just want to start this webinar with a question specifically from the campaign person and graphic designer or designing team. So just think about that, your last creative or campaign that got flopped, and the main question is, when actually you notice about that your creative is not working for you. Just share with us, as Harshit already explained, we turned off the comment section to just avoid the spam and bots.
Yeah.
If you want to share anything, you have to just go in the Q&A section, so that you can directly ask your question, queries, or share your thoughts. So yes, Harshit, as we see, a lot of person are there telling us about the same thing. After the spend, when campaign finished and reports came in, then actually they notice or got to know that their creative is not working for them in their specific campaign. So Harshit, let me tell you one thing. Brilliant is analytics is really brilliant in last 20 years. It basically provides you insight to take decisions or tell you about what goes wrong yesterday. But Harshit, business for business specifically, it didn't mean what wrong yesterday. They have to basically act today so that upcoming quarter have at the end of the upcoming quarter, they will have a good result in terms of ROI. So by thinking on this, and in today's webinar, we are going to cover and find out three different questions answer, and we are going to close that loop, how your data or a system or AI system can give you that feasibility so that you can take such action or decisions, so that from now to end of the upcoming quarter, you can have your optimized marketing, overall marketing things. So yes, Harshit, now as I say, there's three phases. First one is before the spend, and let's deep dive in the first scenario or first phase, that is before the spend. And the idea is very simple, Harshit. As I said, let me tell you a short story behind that, Harshit. Just think about that, let me tell you first a real story which we face at Analytics Lab, and that was there's a client having 300 to 400K dollar per month budget, and in that basically there's campaign team need to go live with a campaign in any occasion or something. So design team come up with a creative, and that was really awesome. Full of experienced person have a look on creative, and they all say the same words. Creative is awesome. And Harshit, if I tell you the funny part, that creative and that campaign is the worst campaign of that account. So what actually happened is campaign team invest approximately $1,000 in that campaign, and then got to know the performance of that campaign is like below average. So Harshit, just think about that. $1,000 is not that big money
Yeah.
when we are talking about an account having 300 to 400K dollar. But it actually bothered me, and it pushed me to think about that, like why we are not have any system which give analysis before we spend even a penny of money. So I think about this, and from there, this scenario came into the consideration for us. And we think about that. We have to, there's a scope before the spend, before campaign goes live. So I was going through with a lot of researches. Then I find out one solution or one framework that is basically ABCD framework. And Harshit, this framework is published by Google itself, and it basically works on your video creative or YouTube ads. So what actually it does, Harshit, it tell you about your creative, if there's specific things in there or not in your creative which need to have in a successful or successful campaign having a creative. So in ABCD, Harshit, I think a lot of person have to look ABCD what actually it is. It's some heavy word, but actually it's not. If we are running a campaign, so I think everyone attention, branding, connection, or direction. These four things mainly. What everyone have to focus. If someone selling some product, I think they have to focus on the branding and direction so that they can push to the customer to buy their products. Or if there's a branding campaign or awareness campaign, so they have to focus on attention. So Harshit, what basically this framework does, you have to provide your objective, for what purpose you are going to run this creative or use this creative. And this come with what's missing in your creative, in whether it's attaching or engaging with the audience or not. Before go live, Harshit, the main thing is before go live in the campaign, before exhausting any money. So because we are thinking about before the spend scenario, so we think about another problem, and that was dependency to the design team. Let's imagine a scenario, and campaign person specifically from the audience can relate with this. If campaign team want to run 5 or 6 different campaign and just wanted to try out what's working best for them. So in that scenario, extra things came into the picture, the dependency to the design team. So they just give their feedback, what actually they want, or design team give their inputs, and then design team creates some creatives. And this way, so basically we take it as a challenge. And what actually we did, we create Creative Studio. Basically, this is the another module of one of our platform, which we are going to see in later in the webinar. So by using this module, Harshit, in less than 30 seconds, team or design team or creative team by their own, just writing some basic prompt, they can have different version of their creative. So let's imagine they want just minor change in their creative. They just want to try, let's try this version or that. So they have to just simply type and system come up with different version of their creative by taking care of their brand awareness, brand color, each and everything. So this was the creative studio, and the third module, a lot of person, specifically for the campaign, can relate with this. There's a lot of channel where campaign team have to run the campaign, like DB360, Google Ads, Meta is there, LinkedIn. So each platform have their fixed aspect ratio and sizes of creative. So let's imagine Harshit, campaign team run a campaign on one channel. Let's imagine Google DB360 or Google Ads, and they find out like this creative is working best for them. Now they want to run on different platforms. So they cannot directly use the same creative which they use on Google Ads or DB360 because each platform need different aspect ratios having. So in this scenario, again, they have to approach to the design team, and it again it will take time. So we come up with these three different modules. And Harshit, now after this, what actually happened is in like sometime it will take 3 to 4 days to the team to go live with different version and different platforms campaign. But now using this, I think they can go live by using the different version of their creative. So yes, this was the AdLens platform basically. And Harshit, now let's play the demo. I think so that like after the demo part, we can take some questions
Sure.
as well from
Sure.
the audience, and then we will move to the second phase of our webinar and today's agenda. Yeah.
Sure.
Hello everyone. So this is AdLens platform. So let me once sign in using my email because like I'm already a user having the required access. So let me sign in once. Yes. So let's explain. Let me go through with the first module, that is the ABCD analyzer. And in this, basically, you have to simply, if you have your video creative YouTube URL, you can use that. Otherwise, you can upload. Or if you have already uploaded in GCS URI, like any format you can use. Directly you can upload here, and let me show you like what kind of reporting and bifurcation it provides you. So this is like individual scoring of A, B, C, and D, and this kind of detailed explanation or problem which is there in your creative, it's provided basically, so that by having in attention of these, you can take action or team can make required changes in the creative. So and you can like download the report, share the report, whatever you want to do with this. Now let's move to the second module, and that is Creative Studio. And basically here again you have to just upload your creative and type prompt what actually you want to do with that. And yes, let me show you some of the example which we have already. So here's, you can notice, let's show a comparison. Yeah. So this was the basically original creative, and this was what we have, and this was the basically prompt which user provide. So yes, this kind of things you can have in less than 10 seconds. So yes, a lot of different example we have. So yes, let's see once this. Yeah. So this was the first one, and this was the final output what user wanted. So yes, now let's move to the creative resize option. And here again now, if you have your final version or working creative, you can just select like on which platform you want to use that creative, and upload here your original one and select here. And yes, if you want a compression on that, you can use this. And by clicking on the resize to format, you will have your version like what you want, in like having resize only. In this module you cannot make some changes or any adjustment in the creative, you can just resize only. But in Creative Studio you can have different version by like writing some basic prompts. So yes, this is all about three modules, and history is there so that user can track their activity, or any agency can track their overall activity of their different clients or different users. So yes, this kind of the whole system is working. And yes, thank you.
Yeah, so this was our first platform, and that's how basically we at Analytics Live is making efficient us before the spend scenario. And Harshit, I'm not going to tell you the number like that. We got X or Y% efficient in any campaign, and I think that's too early. But as of now, what actually we are following in our organization is when, like, before going live with any campaign, we just run uh, each and every video created through this analysis, and once have the analysis, and on the basis of that take some action if needed, and then only we go with live with any video created. So yeah, Harshit, I think this is all about the first scenario. And yes, now let's take some questions on
Yeah,
this, and
sure.
then we can move to the next part.
Yeah, just checking the Q&A. Yeah, perfect. Atul, we have a question which is how accurate the ABCD score, and can a creative get good score but still perform badly after the launch?
Harshit, yes, that's possible. And the ABCD score is not a guarantee that creative will perform well. But what it does, it check basically whether the creative has the important basic, like
Okay.
as I say earlier, attention, branding, connection, and direction. So it basically help us find problem before we spend money by using the creative in any campaign. So, but to be honest, the score doesn't tell us whether the creative idea itself is brilliant, or like whether it will be definitely win the campaign. So that's where actually her said human judgment is still important. Like that, someone just put their creativity in that creative specifically. Yeah, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I hope audience get the answer of the question. And here, let's take another question before we move towards the second part, which is like, what if we have a creative idea that doesn't follow the usual rules, and can it get a low score even if it actually works?
So yes, for sure, creative can be different and still work. ABCD is not actually Harshit, ABCD is not judging whether the idea is creative or not. So
Okay.
it's basically checking whether the idea is reaching to the viewer. Like let me give you an example. Like, is brand visible, or like whether it's getting attention too early? Is there clear direction, or like CTA is there, or
Okay.
like there's something on which user can act? So a creative can be unusual, bold or different, and still pass the check. So I would describe Adlens as a spell check, not a ghostwriter for a writer. So it doesn't tell the creative team what idea to create. It help catch the basic things, and that might hurt a good idea. So this is how basically it can help to the campaign person or the creative design team person.
Yeah, thanks Atul. I think let's move towards the second problem statement, and let's try to find the answer from that.
Yeah, so we are quickly moving to the second phase, and that's basically during the span. And Harshit, just think about that, and especially we are going to think and discuss about the DV360 platform,
Yeah.
and the media person or marketing person and campaign person can relate with this. And basically, DV360 use real-time bidding mechanism, and by using this, Harshit, sometime budget automatically by the platform only, because it's a real-time budget mechanism follows. So sometime a budget really goes too high, and by taking care of that, we think about this problem. There should be a system or a mechanism which is like taking care of our campaign, even in the night when campaign manager or everyone is just sleeping and not having eye on that campaign. So
Okay.
we think about this, and Harshit, now let me sort a story, like how actually it helps us And basically, I see there was a Indian client and having approx 5 lakhs INR budget, and daily budget was approx 20K. And someone from the campaign team just wanted to optimize the campaign, and they just tried to make 20K per day budget to 30K. And Harshit, if I tell you that like due to a typo error, and that's really basic error, any human can do that. So just by adding a extra zero, uh, campaign person like misconfigured the budget from 30K to 3 lakh. Harshit, now think about that, like how the big problem
Yeah.
was. The overall month budget was 5 lakh, and someone accidentally just set the budget for a specific day 3 lakhs. So what actually happened? Like let's first Harshit tell you about if our system is not there at that time. So actually, what happened? I think till the next morning, when team approached the office or someone just opened their laptop to have a look a status of the campaign, they just find out like whether 2.5 lakh or something money is already gone
Yeah.
in that last night only. So, but in our case, because our system was there, which is having I 24 into 7 to the campaign. So, what actually happened? It basically didn't only flagged it; it basically paused the campaign. So it saved us to leak the money during the spend. So Harsina, tell me let me tell you how actually system works. It basically tracks the spend 24 into 7, and when 75% spent, then basically it give their first notification on any channel like email, Slack, or any selected channel.
Yeah.
It notified to the user, and then again on 90%, when 90% of budget gone, then it's again notified. And even after that, if no one respond on time, so what actually it does, it pause the campaign at that moment. So this is what actually it does in our that case, which I just said, and it save us to leak the money in live during the live campaign. So yes, Harshit, this was the like scenario how system is helping us during the spend. And notice one thing, Harshit, it basically send you the two different warning and then hard stop. So yeah, Harshit, I think now let's move to the demo part,
Yeah.
and we will take some questions. And Harshit, just give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
Actually, this is not all about the platform, which is helping us during the spend. There's a lot of other module as well. Like one most exciting things like which really help a lot to the campaign manager in their day-to-day operation. That was like conversational bot was there. So what actually Harshit it does, campaign manager who like generally they don't have good understanding about the SQL queries, and they need a lot of data in day to day. Like so, think about that. If this system is not there, so they have to ask to a data person, like with having expertise on SQL. Then they just query, write simple state query to the DB and just provide the data. So what actually we did, we just noticed this, and we come up with a conversational agent
Yeah.
to which campaign team had to just write in plain English about their requirement, what data actually they need. And this agent had their capability to understand that and convert it into a SQL, then run against the DB and come up with the data. So by using this, I think Harshit team is using a lot because like now they don't have any dependency to any other team or any other person. So
Yeah.
yes, this is all about the product and specifically the system which is we are using during the spend, and this is how it's saving us to leak the budget. So yes, that's it. Now let's move to the demo part. Then we will take some questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, Atul.
Hello everyone. So let me show you different modules of MAT KPA and it's working. So let me sign in first into the tool. So yes, because like my email was have access of this tool, so by using that I just signed in the application. And yes, let's explore the first module, that is configuration. So basically in configuration you can set different kind of configuration, like by putting title, frequency like weekly, monthly, or date wise, like when you want to trigger this, and alert level, so that when you receive notification you can have like what's the urgency of this. And here you can select advertisers, and from here you can actually add filter on dimension or metric. So this kind of configuration you can set, and when this achieved it will notify you on your email or any channel which you selected. Now let's coming to the budget management, and here this is the overview, day view, month view, and from here anyone or campaign manager or who have the access of that can add the value, add the budget. And yes, this is section basically who take care of your budget leak in real time by checking again and again against the DV360 platform. So yes, now we are moving to the dashboard part, and basically in dashboard you can say from here you can select advertiser ID for which you want to have idea or analysis on your dashboard. And this, from here you can select country, device, and here currency. And what you will get, you will get these different reporting, and on the basis of what you select here you can propagate the report chart here on the basis of this date range, and you can adjust this date range as you want. And here detailed information on as a pie chart, specifically on impression, click, cost, and conversion. And here's basically histogram. This basically show different countries where ads are running. And here's again you can select any metrics, any four metrics, and the metric you select, here's you can have the data or report on the basis of this date. So this was the dashboard section, and we already covered budget management, configuration already covered. Let's move to the user management. So basically user management is very clear. This is your profile, and here's you want to add user. So basically I am a super admin, so that's why I have option of the add user or remove user or deactivate user. So this is like very crucial for an agency or a team, like where 10 or 20 people are working parallelly. So budget is a very crucial thing. So this is the budget module, and yes, this is how MAT KPI is working in 4 different module. Let me once go through with the chatbot which we have. So basically, any campaign manager who have no deep understanding about the SQL part, they have to just come up with this. This is the conversational bot of our MAT KPI, and they can just plain or type a plain English what actually they want, and model is going to interpret the requirement and convert into the SQL and come up with a data. So let's wait for a minute. Yes, now it's working on the process to analyze the question what actually user wants, and so it's generating the SQL query. And once SQL is generated, it's going to operate against the DB and come up with the data which user asked. So here we are. Thank you.
Yeah, so we just saw the like how system is helping us during the spend and when actually money is spending in real and live campaign. So yeah, Arsit, I think this is like how we think about like there should be a mechanism or there should be a system who take care of our budget leak during the spend. So yes, now let's move like take some questions from the audience and then we will move to the third phase. And that's really exciting part. And from audience, I'm not getting any excitement. So just gives a thumbs up if
Yeah.
we are clear till here, specifically the last two phases which we covered. Okay, a lot of excitement is there. So okay, cool. Harshit, so now let's take some question on this, and so that quickly we can move to the next phase. Yeah.
Sure, Atul, sure. Uh, I think yes, we have questions for MAD KPI. I'll speak out for you, Atul. How does MAD KPI decide when to pause a campaign? Does it automatically decide, or do we need to set the limit?
Harshit, actually, we reset the limit. A campaign person set the limit, and
Hmm.
Mad KPI doesn't decide that the campaign is bad and then stop it automatically.
Okay.
So the team set the spending limit,
Yeah.
and then the system monitors that limit. And on like 75%, it get your notification on your any selected channel. Then on 90%, and when approved limit is reached, the approved
Okay.
limit is set by the campaign person only. And when the approved limit is reached, so the system is basically enforcing the limit you have already approved and provide to the system. So
Okay.
yeah, so this is how actually it's working. It's not totally automatic, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Atul, for the explanation. I think let's move towards the third problem statement, which we have discussed earlier, or third question, which we have discussed earlier. Let's try to figure out the trending questions and for that, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, Harshit. So now, like, let's move to the third phase, and that's basically after the spend, when actually money gone, campaign finished, and reports generated. So before we start, Harshit, this triple M word for like a lot of person, it might look some like a specific word, but actually it's not. It's a very standard short form of marketing mix modeling,
Okay.
which used in the marketing domain. So, Harshit, now like before move to the system or how actually this works, I just want to share a quick story or case which we have. And Harshit, there was a client having 2 lakh dollar of monthly budget, and uh, the money was distributed in different channel like demand gen was there, max and search was there. So in that account, when reports came in, and everyone just have a look on that, and at that moment, Harshit, the ROI is approx 4.5. So having any like in any account having 4.5 ROI is good number. So, but when we like run this analysis, like by fetching the data from different channel and run this analysis triply out, then what actually noticed, Harshit, we have like we reached in some campaign to the saturation level. So
Oh.
what actually saturation level is? Like let's not discuss what actually saturation level is. So what actually we did, we take the decision to move the budget from that campaign who already hit their campaign to the campaign in which still there is scope by increasing the budget of that campaign to get a good number. So we take the decision, we move the dollar in the right place, and by doing this, Harshit, we increase the ROI from 4.5 to 5, and the overall revenue increment was approx 12.8%. So, Harshit, in this scenario, by like putting no extra money in the overall campaign, we
Yes.
just get 12.8% of extra revenue. So I think this is like what we achieved. And now, Harshit, let's move to the next part so that just I can explain how actually system works and what's the different module is there. So in this scenario, Harshit, the first thing was system find out the saturation, or basically it tells us to take action where actually we have to move the money in which specific campaign or channel. So, and the second thing is, and Harshit, because you are also from reporting person, so
Yes.
you can relate, and a lot of person from our audience can relate with this. By creating a lot of reports again and again, it's take too much time. So what basically we did, we automate that process. Like obviously some specific reports we automated, which generally like every business is needed. So what actually you have to do, you have to just authenticate your account with the system, and system is going to fetch the report and create a report or visualization graph charts for you, so that business person or decision maker can have
No.
look and take decisions. So
Yeah.
this was the second part. And the third part, as I already explained, the budget intelligence. So it basically provides you the feasibility to take action where actually you have to move the budget. So this kind of feasibility it provide us at analytics level, like before the sorry, after the spend, and so it guide us, not just show the report and tell us about what actually happened yesterday. It guide us or it instruct us to take decision, or so that like we can perform better in the upcoming quarter. So yeah, that's it. This is all about like how system is helping, or AI or analysis is helping us after the spend. And now let's move to the demo part. Then we will take some question, and then we will move to the next part.
Okay.
Yes, here I'm going to use my email because I already have my account in this. So by using my email, I just sign in the tool, and this is the basically super admin person. So here I have about the agencies, connector type, and what the recent activity throughout different agency. So now let me go through with the connector section. Like in this section, you can have multiple connectors, like by using just authenticate this triple M tool, you can have your data with in the system so that you can use in the triple M module. We can like we are going to discuss this module as well, but for now you can go through with any one of them. And if your account is not authorized with us, so you are going to have this kind of interface, so that by using this option you can authenticate yourself. Once your authentication is done, you are going to have different kind of reports with you. So here we can have reports like uh, what reports in like future we run and we have. So reports is basically associated with your data which you fetch from different platform like Google Ads, GFO, DB360, Meta, or LinkedIn. So you have to just authenticate your account with this tool, and you are able to create the report and fetch the data. And now we are going to explore the agency management. This is again for us only. We are going to create an agency. If any agency come and opt this tool and share the credential, and after that they are going to handle by their own. No involvement from our side. And here's the section report triple M. Basically, all the different data connector source which you already connected in connector section you can use here, and you have to just connect different sources which you want, and you have to run the attribution analysis, media mix insight, and ROI optimization and budget planning. Each and every answer of different questions is going to have only this model. So let me show you a report. Yes, so basically, once report is ready, you are going to have a notification from the system on your email, and basic analytics as well. What's the spend? What's the KPI? And campaigns which you selected to run the analysis, and the basic detail about the data. And now let's once have a look on the detailed report. Yes, so here we are. Here's our report, basically, which is generated by the system and sent to you over the email. Now we can have the idea about the reports, and here's a two part of the report: summary and optimized report. Summary report is basically it's tell about your data, what's in your data, and what's the channel attribution, and revenue on investment, like ROI. And yes, this is your report of summary report, and here's the optimized report. This basically tells you what things goes well and what action you have to take. So here's the triple M optimization report. It basically uh, show you your spend and optimize budget allocation channels, and here the response curve with optimized spend. So this kind of report you are going to have, and you can download so that you can share with your teammates. Now let's come back to the tool. So this here we cover how triple M actually help you to take decisions using your data, and by using this tool only you can have your different platform data. As of now, there's this much Platform data extraction is option. Google Analytics, Google Ads, Facebook Ads, Display, LinkedIn, and some uh, custom connector as well. There's option. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, Harshit. So we just saw how system is helping us after the spend, and it basically guide us to take some decision. And it might be possible the report which we saw in the demo video, it like a lot of person cannot relate with that, because like there's a lot of keywords and some marketing words are there. So I think marketing person can understand that report, but not everyone can. So sorry for that. So now, Harshit, let's take some question on specifically Triple M and system, if there's any in Q&A, and then we will move forward.
Okay. Let's take one question for this. Yeah. How does Triple M actually decide which campaign gets more budget or which campaign needs less?
Okay, so basically, Harshit, what Triple M does, it basically take your different channels data.
Yeah.
And one thing I just missed, if you want a reliable and useful feedback from this system, at least you will need to have your 8 to 12 months of your data from
Oh.
different channels. And basically, it takes spending and what the result of that in each and specific channel. And on the basis of that, like when you provide the data of spending and getting the response or result, so on the basis of that, it basically find out like whether any campaign have reached the saturation, or like relocating the money to any other channel or any other campaign. So on the basis of your data, it basically provide you analysis, what decision or what budget allocation you have to follow for the next quarter or next month. So
Okay.
yeah, so this is how basically the reports and Triple M is helping.
Okay, cool, Atul. And now I think it's time to move towards the additional tool or the additional solution which we have built for these three connecting dots. And yeah, Atul, let's
Yeah.
explain this.
So Harshit, to be honest, because probably we are running out of time, so we are not. I'm not going to take much time on this. So what actually we did, Harshit, and we noticed like having three different platforms in three different scenarios
Yeah.
before, during, and spend. For a marketing person or a person handling all these three for on a scale, like let's imagine for an agency who is handling 10 or 20 clients. So handling this system, three different system for 10 clients, it's not so like feasible way. So what actually we did in this, we combined all three scenarios, all three possibilities or feasibilities, like that was in different platform. We combined with each other and build this on the scale, so that any agency can opt this, and they can use, and like the use case is very clear above, which we already discussed in three different forms. So yeah, this is about the intelligence IQ. And till now, Harshit, I think we cover and try to close that loop and try to find out the answer of three question which you set in the starting. And we saw three different examples of different platform, how systems or AI system or automation is helping us to go live before the spend, or find out like whether creative is good or bad, or like creative is connecting with the users. And second, when campaign is live, there's a system who save us by going in the leaking the budget. And the third one, that basically help us after the spend to take a right decision, so that like upcoming quarter we will perform good, or like get some good results. So yes, this is how we try to find out in today's webinar. And Harshit, yeah, I think let's move to the next things.
Yeah.
Okay, Harshit, so let me share three questions which everyone have to ask to their team or themselves. So the first question is very clear. What, like it's basically associated to the before the spend on what campaign or creative you are going to use, and you are going to live with that, and just ask a question whether that creative is tested or not, or just you are going to bet on that. So ask yourself and your team this one question. And the second question is basically associated with during the sprint, and just ask yourself, like, is there any system or anything which is taking care of or having I 24 into 7 on your budget spent when your campaign is live? And the third question, Harshit, which everyone have to ask, is that basically which report could build by their own, or after generating that report, whether the report can suggest or guide them to take the decision so that like campaign can perform better. So just ask your team these three different questions, and three different questions is basically associated with three uh, phases, the same which we decided or set for today's agenda. So yes, Harshit, I think these three questions from my side, which everyone have to ask to their team or campaign persons. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Atul, for the wonderful explanation. I think we have 10 minutes more. So let's take first the few questions, two, three questions, and then we'll try to close the webinar. Yeah. I'll
Sure.
quickly share the questions with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first question is like, how do we start if our data is in unstructured way or mess format? Yeah.
Harshit, to be honest, like let me be very clear with this. If your data is on mass, and
Yeah.
no, you don't have to rely on the triple M modeling or this kind of system, because if your data is not good or reliable, the result is going to be disaster for you. So simply my stand on this is, first make sure your data should be in good form or clear form or without any alter with the data. Then only you can like you have to run such kind of analysis, and then can take action on the basis of a report. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Perfect, Atul. Perfect. And yeah, there is another one question, which is like, how consistent the triple M result, and it is a static like 12.8 improvement typically.
Harshit, actually, no. And
Okay.
I don't want to imply that it is about the 12.5%. That was specifically one client, and that's all about the one relocation only. It's basically a real result and a stand behind it. But I'm not going to tell you every account has 12% sitting inside it.
Okay.
But yes, like the idea is very clear. Whether you like take decision for the upcoming quarter on the basis of your gut feeling, either in place of that you just run the analysis that take inside, then any decision maker or campaign person just put their humors in that, and they take decision for the betterment of the upcoming quarter. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Atul, I think we are on a short time. So I'll request audience to share their questions, and any point if you guys want to discuss with us, so you can reach out to us at support@analyticslive.com, or else you can contact us on the number which we have shared, and you can WhatsApp us your discussion, your key points, and your strategies specifically. So yeah, that's
Harshit,
the yes.
Harshit, I just want to once to the audience, if
Okay.
we connected in proper manner all three phases, before, during, and after, and if we successfully find out the answer of all three questions which Harshit stated in the starting of the webinar, so
Yeah.
just give a thumbs up so that like we can like have idea that we clear successfully about like what the agenda was in the starting. So just give a thumbs up. Yeah, Harshit. Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Cool.
Okay, lot of person is already giving thumbs up. So great, great. Okay, Harshit. So I think that's from our side. And Harshit, along with that, I think a surprise I planned. Just move to the
Oh,
next slide.
okay.
And
Yeah.
I think you have the link, feedback link. You have just share in the Q&A so that
Yeah.
everyone have. So everyone, Harshit is going to drop a link with you all. So what actually you have to do, just share with your creative using which you are going to live in next month, and just share your video creative with us. And what actually we are going to do, we are going to run the run through our ABCD analyzer and share your like weak spot, or if there's a scope of change in that creative, we are going to share with you as soon as possible. And along with that, there's a feedback section as well in the form. Fill that form for sure. Yeah, I think that was the surprise. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you everyone.
Yes. Yeah, Atul, thank you so much. On that note, yes, we are ending for today's session. We have talked around before this spend part, during the spend part, and after the spend part, and we have tried to cover our strategies, which we have improved and which we have used in many of our own clients. And yeah, thank you so much, Atul, for joining us today and taking time from your schedule. And thank you so much, everyone who took time to join and participate and try to put your questions in the chat, specifically on Sunday. Yes, we really appreciate your time and engagement. I hope today's session gave you some of the practical ideas or critical thinking part that you can take back and try to think on your own. Yeah, and on that note, before we
And
officially close.
Harshit, sorry for the interruption. Just wanted to
Okay.
add one thing to everyone for our audience. Basically, this three which we just saw to you, this was just an example, and I just want to add in this. If any of your like your case with like which you want to automate, or any such things you have, just you can contact on the given email, or reach out us to the phone number.
Definitely.
And yes, for sure we can develop any kind of automation for you on the basis of your use case. And we can guide you or instruct you how you can integrate AI in your workspace. So yes, this is what I just wanted to add. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Thank you everyone for joining. And thank you again, Harshit. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks, Atul.
Bye bye
And
everyone.
yeah. Okay. Let me share a quick one last thing, Atul. That we are planning a webinar on next month. As you guys, if you guys are really interesting about this webinar, so please follow us on any social media platform at analytics live. Yeah, it would be very helpful for us to get the engagement and energy. Yeah. And once again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you so much for your time, your questions, and your participation. We hope we see you again and again in next webinar. Until then, have a great day. Have a great Sunday. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you everyone. Bye bye.